Being Pokemon fans, Ashley and I hear this all the time. I would love to live in a Pokemon world. I would love to have my own Pokemon pet. I would even love to battle Pokemon. In fact, we asked here on the channel which video game universe you would want to live in, and Pokemon won by a landslide. Well, I'm here to tell you that you guys are in fact crazy. If you sit down and read these Pokedex entries, it's a wonder that the world is even still standing. Today, we're going to go over specifically why I would not live in Paldea. The first reason is Skeledirge. Skeledirge's gentle singing soothes the soul of all that hear it. It burns its enemies to a crisp with flames of over 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit. Ah, to sit and listen to Skeledirge sing. How peaceful. Too bad if you're its enemy, you'll get burned to death. I also just love the stark contrast of this Pokedex entry as well. The gentle, peaceful thoughts of Skeledirge followed by the fact that he can burn you to a crisp. Imagine having Skeledirge as a pet. You would scratch its belly, and instead of getting a few claws and a rabbit kick, you would get melted. And what's worse than getting melted by Skeledirge? Spiders. Ashley and I hate spiders so bad. Tarountula's Pokedex entry states, the thread it secretes from its rear is as strong as wire. The secret behind the thread's strength is the topic of ongoing research. Specifically here in Tennessee, around September or October-ish, there will be tons of spider webs everywhere. Imagine if instead of walking out and hitting one of those baby spider webs like you do here in Tennessee, you walk out and hit spider webs that are strong as wire. Spiders make webs to capture their prey, right? Tarantulas don't just make webs to capture their prey. They make threads as strong as wire to drag you away and eat you or whatever. Everyone loves a dog Pokemon, right? Everyone wants a dog Pokemon as their pet. Well, Fidough's Pokedex entry states, this Pokemon is smooth and moist to the touch. Yeast in Fidough's breath induces fermentation in the Pokemon's vicinity. Imagine your dog walks up to you and just ferments everything in your house. That grocery store trip you just made? Gone. Completely gone, all because you had a pet Fidough. Also imagine every time you petted your pet Fidough, it felt like the goo that you feel when you make homemade bread. Nothing like bread goo all over your house. And here's a good one. Shroodle's Pokedex entry states that though a usually mellow Pokemon, it will sink its sharp, poison-soaked front teeth into any that anger it, causing paralysis in the objects of its ire. Usually a mellow Pokemon, right? Shroodle, that derp little Pokemon you see running around everywhere. You pick it up as a pet, it's just chilling on your couch at your house, and then you suddenly realize you forgot to feed it because at 3 a.m. Shroodle wanders into your bedroom, sinks its sharp poison-soaked front teeth into your arm, causing paralysis. But he's usually mellow, so it's fine. I mean, Bramble is bad enough, right? A human turned into grass, but it gets worse. Brambleghast Pokedex states it will open the branches on its head to envelop its prey. Once it absorbs all the life energy it needs, it expels the prey and discards it. This Pokemon just straight up opens up, sucks all the life energy out of its prey, and leaves it for the buzzards. Imagine you're just walking by, you see a creepy Brambleghast staring you down, sizing you up. Next thing you know, whoop, done for. Flittle is so cute. Just look at it everywhere. I love when I accidentally run into it. Go ahead and read its Pokedex entry. It spends its time running around wastelands. If anyone steals its beloved berries, it will chase them down and exact its revenge. Yeah, it's cute. Just don't steal its berries. You will be chased down and revenge will be given. Oh, and if that Flittle holds that grudge once it evolves, it gets way worse. Espartha's Pokedex entry states, it emits psychic power from the gaps between its multicolored frills and sprints at speeds greater than 120 miles per hour. Sprinting at speeds greater than 120 miles an hour? Excuse me? This Flittle that you made mad whenever it was younger by stealing its berries has now grown up. And guess what? It can run as fast as a race car. Literally just imagine seeing a wild, frantic Espartha running around emitting psychic energy out of its frills running that fast. The only thing that could be worse than something running that fast at you is something swinging a super heavy hammer at you. Tinkaton can do just that. The hammer tops 220 pounds. Yet it gets swung around easily by Tinkaton as it steals whatever it pleases and carries its plunder back home. Tinkaton will straight up bop you if you have what it wants. This Pokemon just straight up seems like a bully. It takes what it wants by way of 220 pound hammer. You don't stand a chance. Wugtrio is innocent enough, right? It's just a little Dugtrio wannabe. But no. Wugtrio's Pokedex entry states, it has a vicious temperament. Contrary to what its appearance may suggest, it wraps its long bodies around prey, then drags the prey into its den. Unlike Shroodle's, quote, mellow temperament, Wugtrio is ready to take you down. Literally. It wraps its long bodies, yes, bodies, plural, around its enemies to drag it down to its den? It reminds me of a trapdoor spider. Ugh. Have you ever been skydiving? No? Me either. You ever plan on going skydiving? No? Me either. That's because I believe that God made me without wings in my normal human body because I am designed to be planted firmly on the ground. Bombirdier's Pokedex entry states, it gathers things up in its apron made from shed feathers added to the Pokemon's chest feathers, then drops those things from high places for fun. Bombirdier does have wings. It can fly, unlike me and you. And what does it use that amazing ability for? To drop things. For fun. The same way you would drop a rotten vegetable down from a great height just to see it splatter. That's how Bombirdier sees you, a rotten tomato. The literal SpongeBob character Palafin traded its cute cuddly self for muscles that apparently can contend with the Incredible Hulk. This Pokemon's ancient genes have awakened. It is now so extraordinarily strong that it can lift a cruise ship with one fin. Want to take a cruise in Paldea? Better not run into a Palafin. The cruise ship is straight up going to get yeeted. Do you know how in springtime literally everything gets covered in pollen? Well, not in Paldea. Glimmet has taken it up on itself to make it a little worse than that. Glimmet's toxic mineral crystals look just like flower petals. This Pokemon scatters poisonous powder like pollen to protect itself. Instead of pollen being everywhere, it is now poisonous powder. You know, just so Glimmet can protect itself. And you thought sneezing was bad. If there's one thing being a Nintendo fan has taught me, it's that you don't mess with birds in video games. Cuckoos taught me that very well. Well, Paldea has its own form of Cuckoos. Flamigo's Pokedex entry states, thanks to a behavior of theirs known as synchronizing, an entire flock of these Pokemon can attack simultaneously in perfect harmony. That's right. They describe wrecking your life as perfect harmony. That's music to Skeledirge's ears. Ah, yes. Cetitan. Ice energy builds up in the horn on its upper jaw, causing the horn to reach cryogenic temperatures that freeze its surroundings. And I guess this happens all the time, right? It's just the nature of this Pokemon, you know, just casually. I mean, what? And I mean, why stop with Cetitan, right? Why not make a super cool dragon do the exact same thing? Baxcalibur's Pokedex entry states, this Pokemon blasts cryogenic air out from its mouth. The air can instantly freeze even liquid hot lava. Instantly freeze hot lava? Better be sure to bring your jacket to Paldea, I guess. As a lifelong gamer, if I see a treasure chest out in the wild, I'm opening that thing. If a Gimmighoul is in there though, it'll be a bad day. This Pokemon was born inside a treasure chest about 1500 years ago. It sucks the life force out of scoundrels who try to steal the treasure. Such a comforting fact to know that everyone in Paldea who sees these treasure chests will, you know, be gone after they try to open them. What is one of the most important things you need to survive? That's right, you guessed it. Food. Wo-Chien also knows that all too well. It drains the life force from vegetation, causing nearby forests to instantly wither and fields to turn barren. In its free time, Wo-Chien just decides to, you know, drain all life force out of all vegetation. Seems okay, right? I mean, we don't need food to survive or anything. And if the cryogenic temperatures we talked about earlier weren't enough to scare you, Chien-Pao has you covered with 100 tons of snow. This Pokemon can control 100 tons of fallen snow. It plays around innocently by leaping in and out of avalanches it has caused. Innocently, of course. Freezing hot lava and 100 tons of snow causing avalanches? Paldea sounds great. And why stop at avalanches? Ting-Lu is just going to split the earth open. It slowly brings its exceedingly heavy head down upon the ground, splitting the earth open with huge fissures that run 160 feet deep. Maybe the 100 tons of snow that Chien-Pao can control will fill inside the fissures, right? Anyway, it's been nice knowing all of you all. So for anyone who says that they want the Pokemon world to be real, do these Pokedex entries make you change your mind a little bit? It would be sheer chaos, and I really don't even know how Paldea is still on the map. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. Also subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss another video from me or Ashley. Everyone have an amazing day, and God bless. Would be pretty cool if me and Ashley had a pet Pommy, though.